Hello, my name is Agatha and this is the astrological reading for the month of August 2016 for the sign of Capricorn. The new moon happens on the 2nd of August at 10 degrees and 58 minutes of Leo, and then the full moon happens on the 18th of August at 25 degrees and 52 minutes of Aquarius. And what does this mean to you, or for you, Capricorn? In your case, this new moon in Leo happens in your 8th house, so it could be new beginnings, something new connected to your finance, shared resources, the finances that you have, that you share with your spouse, with your partner, something to do, a new beginning connected to your taxes, to your investments. Even it could be for some, legacies, getting in the news that you got an inheritance because someone died and you will be getting an inheritance. Not necessarily someone you knew. It could be even, for instance, like a relative who lived abroad. It could be. I'm thinking more that has to do with savings. So maybe your life now, Capricorn, is in a space where you can either start saving, but which I really doubt, because if you're a Capricorn, you started saving by the age of 2. So you probably have a savings account, probably more than one. But maybe you can start to save more. Either something happened with your spouse in terms of money, or with you in terms of money, and you are in a place in your life where you can save more, even if it's a little bit more, even if it's 10% more, 15% more, 20% more, it already counts for you because you have a long-term type of mind. You're saving for the future. Even if it's a little bit more than you are used to, it counts. Every single bit counts. So you want to start saving more, but in order to do that, there's something to do with you or with your spouse, and you have to. There's a need to compromise. Maybe you will not be able to save as much as you can because something might happen, and you make the count. So you analyze things in a way, and you understand. Okay, I might not be able to save as much as I can because maybe my spouse or my partner doesn't earn enough, or I don't earn enough. If you're single, I don't earn enough to save as much as I want to. Another way of reading it is that because this makes a 150 degrees aspect, which is called an inconjunctions, which is an aspect of sacrifice. You have to sacrifice something in order for you to save the amount that you want. It makes this aspect with Pluto in the first house, and which I already mentioned. So this compromise has to do with the money that you need, or the money from your spouse that he or she can give to save to this spot, because the first house, Pluto is transiting Capricorn in the first house. This relates to you, but also relates to your partners. And the other aspect is of 150 degrees is with Neptune in the third house. Maybe you realize you're spending way too much money in something to do with telecommunications, with your mobile phone, with your internet services, with your television. Maybe you have Netflix. You have to save something. You have to cut something. Okay, you have to cut something there in order for you to save the amount that you want. Another thing is that an unexpected expense might come up related to your house, to your home, to the place where you live. So suddenly something might happen, and the amount that you wanted to save, you cannot, because you have to pay something you have to pay to fix something that happened in your house. If it's not that, you cannot save as much as you can because, for instance, maybe not in this month, but maybe in the months to come, maybe because you have to pay a debt that you had to a sibling. It could be that. So you wanted to save, let's say, 20% more this month, but you can't. You can only save, let's say, 10% more because you want to repay your sibling. Maybe your sibling gave you some money that you needed, and now you have to repay your sibling. Or if it's not that, it could be expenses if you live in a flat and there are other neighbors in the building. So there are expenses connected with the building that all the neighbors have to pay, and those expenses are a certain amount. And around the 2nd of August, you get the news that they're gonna go up. And so the amount that you wanted to save, you can't, because part of it has to go to the expenses related to the building itself. Or if it's not that, it's something that a neighbor does. A neighbor does something bad that affects everyone in the building. So everyone in the building has to pay this unexpected expense. So it might make you quite mad also. So the amount that you wanted to save, you can't, at least not immediately. But I would say that at least it's a bit more than you were used to. Other ways of reading this, it could be that you get news in terms of your taxes. I'm sorry, the taxes that you have to pay, and maybe what is unexpected, it's going to be a bit more than that you were expecting, so you have to pay it. Another thing, a friend of yours, there might be some sort of transformation with a friend of yours. Like unexpected transformation with a friend of yours. And this friend might not like this transfer. It might be felt to him or her. I would read more as her, because Venus is in Leo in the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of transformation. Venus connects with women, and Venus makes a trine with Uranus in the 4th house. So I'll read this more as a woman who is friends with you. There's an expected transformation in her life, rather sudden, rather quick, and she might find it difficult to accept this transformation. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It could be something like winning the lottery. That's rather unexpected, isn't it? And she doesn't know how to deal with it. If it's that, yay! I hope it's that. I have a Capricorn friend. I hope that I'm that friend. So this is the new moon in Leo, and then the full moon in Aquarius. For you, Capricorn, on the 18th of August happens on your 2nd house. So, full moons are culminations and endings. It could be that around the 18th of August you're getting for instance, the salary, or you're getting and here in Portugal, I don't know how it is in other countries. It might depend from country to country. When you go on holiday, when you get your vacation, you get something which is called subsídio de férias. The money that comes to you because you go on a holiday. I don't know, if an American is watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, that's really, oh my God, that's why should anyone pay for you to go on holiday? It has a name, it has subsídio de férias. If you go on holiday, you are paid that amount. So maybe some of you are getting that amount, which is almost the same as your ordinary salary, but not completely. But the amount that you'll be getting is probably less than you expected. It could be that, or it could be you getting your ordinary salary, yes. If for those of you not exactly on the 18th, for those of you who get paid like 21st, 22nd, something like that. If it's not that, it could be you are revising the domestic budget. So the money that you spend in water, utilities, the money that you spend for telecommunication services, internet, cell phones, telephone, for those of you who still have them, the money that you spend in food, anything to do with the domestic budget. You are revising it, and around the 18th of August, it's done. The budget is done, okay? So either it doesn't matter if you live alone or if you live with a spouse. So you've talked to your spouse. So we now have this amount of money every month for this thing and this thing and this thing. You're probably doing it in an Excel sheet, in Excel. And that's it, Capricorn. This is the reading that I have for you. This is a very general reading. I hope you had a great month. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.